If I had I don't know, an ounce of dirt for every time Blizzard bombed an already established, beloved, and iconic video game series, then I could give this solar system its 10th planet and a few extra moons for Insta pictures. And yes, Pluto is a planet. You can't just change that my very educated mother just served us 9 pizzas thing and get away with it. Blizzard, or Activision Blizzard, whatever, over the years has built up an empire of success. To name a few of their games, you've got Diablo, Warcraft, StarCraft, Heroes of the Storm, and Overwatch. But recently, Blizzard has changed in a way that, despite their success, has seen them killing so many of these beloved and iconic video games. And Diablo, with a runtime of over 25 years, wasn't able to escape Blizzard. So what the heck happened to Diablo 4? What went wrong? Don't forget to subscribe. Though what we have now is the 4th installment of the Diablo series, it didn't start out that way. Hades production started all the way back in 2014 and was initially a dark, gritty, and spooky Soulsborne style game. But later on in 2016 or so, it was cancelled and changed into Diablo 4. With a new and fresh team behind the game, lead designer Jesse McCree, sorry, not that guy. It looked as if this could actually be decent. Now, there were speculations and theories. Conspiracy theorists band together and theorized that Blizzard was secretly making a new Diablo game. It was finally first teased at the 2019 BlizzCon event, proving all the sussy cult-like figures right. Learning from their mistakes and succeeds. From their last game, Diablo 3, they tried to complete 180 with their newest installment. Diablo 3 was disliked for several reasons, but the main one being that it was too cartoony, and of course the online required mess. So Blizzard decided that number 4 had to be different, and different it was. June 5th, 2023 rolled around the corner and we finally got the elusive Diablo 4. In its first week it made over $500 million, and some decent reviews. Blizzard's change from a cartoony Diablo to a dark and gritty Diablo seemed to work. People praised the graphics, the atmosphere, and the combat. Now, if this sounds like a good story with a happy ending, it's not. I'm so sorry, I'm getting a phone call from an unknown number. Weird. Hello! Oh, it's a video call. Hello, what's going on? No response. Wait, I hear something. And I see something. Hey, I think I know that song. Is that... Oh no. Oh no. Just subscribe. While there were definitely some good reviews for this game, Diablo 4 suffered from a lot of different problems, some of which were completely out of the game's hands. But... I present to you Microtransactions. Yes, the second video in a row to feature our wonderful and helpful guest, Microtransactions. The simple act of buying an Apex Legends skin off the market is a perfect example of microtransactions. These systems in video games are usually handled very, very poorly. It's also one of the reasons that, believe it or not, Overwatch 2 died so hard and quickly. So, listen up and tell me if you've ever heard me say this before. The price of Diablo 4 Standard Edition is roughly $70. Now, the game features a Battle Pass system with rewards that not only can be bought with real money, but, in some cases, have to be bought with real money. On top of that, the price of some of this stuff can reach almost half the cost of the game. What? And if you're not the type to spend money on a game besides buying it in the first place, like me, then get ready to grind. A lot. The free rewards in this game have to be grinded for. Players also complain a lot about how the enemies in this game are meant to level up with the player, so little Jimmy's still gonna whoop your booty no matter what level or map and difficulty setting. Players also comment on how repetitive the endgame is, and something about how the shop tempts them into buying stuff they don't have, and I don't know. Isn't that like the point of a store? That part sounds kinda wee bit silly to me, I'm just gonna say that. We are continually punished for not spending as much as possible on this game. But Blizzard has taken all this feedback and, like they did when they made Diablo 4, are trying to build off of it. They claim that they want this to be the best Diablo game ever. I like the attitude, I really do. We all make mistakes, but it's how we get up and fix the mess we've made that counts. And also learning and not making the mistake again. So with this said, they've already released several patches to try and fix these problems, and with progress. I will say that their advertisement for this game is amazing. So it looks as if this actually is a happy story with a happy ending. But lest we forget, Blizzard made these decisions. These weren't just oopsie happy accidents that just popped out of nowhere. These were decisions made by, well, I would hope, functioning Homo sapiens. And this isn't the first game that Blizzard has absolutely bombed by their utter greed, lest we forget Overwatch. And this isn't the first company to follow in these footsteps. Watch like any of my most recent videos. This whole stinking microtransaction thing has plagued the modern gaming industry. The punishing of people who don't buy everything the game has to offer has gotten so old and annoying. Even in games we have to buy, we're pushed to buy and... Now, I do feel the need to bring up something else. While Diablo did get a lot of players, money, and decent reviews, Blizzard has been in a weird situation. Boycotts. I could easily say that it all started back in mid or so 2021 when all the sexual harassment stuff came out, and yeah, I know it was technically Activision Blizzard, but I don't care. But over the years, it's grown to be different. I won't lie, Blizzard has done a pretty decent job at giving people a reason to boycott. The fall of Overwatch, wait a second, I'm so sorry. The absolute butchering of an icon, the burning of a company's reputation, and leading the way to the fall of video gaming. So, while the boycott isn't really a huge threat on the surface, shortly after Diablo 4's release date, the player count dropped and the number of players buying the Battle Pass dropped significantly. Simply put, Diablo 4 was a game that perfectly followed the modern video game standard. It cost $70 to get the game, but it's littered with Battle Pass exclusive items and paywalls, thus punishing the players for not spending everything they have on everything the game has. And not to mention all the other smaller problems this game had, like bugs, amount of grinding required, an unsatisfying ending, and a weird enemy difficulty system. But Blizzard has put time and money back into the game to try and fix it. While their progress on the game has succeeded, their progress on the player count has not. Diablo 4 in a year or two could be a great game, but for now, Unless we forget the damage that's been done to the company because of the sexual harassment charges and lawsuit. That too has had an influence on not only Diablo 4, but the company's products in general. The sins of the father. So, what do you think? Because I can tell you what I think. I don't really like this whole situation, but alas, this whole mess is just getting normalized by the day. It feels like the perfect day for some lemonade. From Godric the Golden, I call ye, Tarnished, to fight with us brothers, to follow and lead on the quest for the Elden Ring. I love you guys, I hope you have a great rest of the day, and remember, life is short, play great games.